Ben and Sammy are terrified right now.
Where's it at?
Where is it, Logan?
I don't know, he disappeared. Good morning, everybody. So we started off today like we have for the past 2 weeks picking strawberries. And every day during the week, we're picking right around 100 quarts, sometimes a little less, usually a little more than 100. On the weekends, we're picking about 200 a day. So we're somewhere around 2,500 quarts now we've picked for the season, just for the market. I don't know poundage-wise what we've picked in the field, like what for the U-pick, but everything's doing really well. Everything's very plentiful, so we're thankful for that. Berries are still really good picking. We're almost done for today. We have 80 in these trays right here. There's another 4 here. Ben's getting another 6, and then Hunter and Sammy are also getting another 6. So that'll put us a little over 100. Oh, first try.
Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I think I threw one there. Ow!
This is what it looks like when Ben throws strawberries at me. All right, so now that we're done picking strawberries, we're down here unloading the truck. The guys went to market yesterday. For this time of year, they actually did really well, even though it looks like there's still quite a bit of stuff on the truck. I mean, there's still 7, 8 empty boards, so I'll take that any day, especially this time of year. So we're gonna get this unloaded, and then I'm gonna show you inside the greenhouse what we got left, what's going on. We're hoping to be done here in a couple weeks, but we don't like to throw too much away, especially since everything is so nice. We've been really taking care of stuff this year, so we're gonna take it as long as we can.
Check out mine for at McDonald's or Burger King.
And he had it there.
But not yet.
All right, so we just got finished unloading the truck. I'll take you guys inside the greenhouses quick and show you what we got left, what's going on. So this is greenhouse number 1. If you go back to my previous videos, you can see how full we had them in the beginning of the season. And not only were they full, but we also filled them, like refilled them 3 or 4 different times, just like with replanting and replanting stuff. So there's not much left in here besides some hibiscus down the far right, some beans here, and geraniums. The only reason these geraniums aren't gone right now is because we planted them late and they didn't start blooming. Like usually they should have been gone around Memorial Day. Here's greenhouse number 2. This one's still decently full, but again, we filled this 3 or 4 times also. We still got some zinnias left. We got 2 batches of sunflowers. We have 2 batches of hollyhocks here, a bunch of begonias, petunias, impatiens, and a bunch of tomatoes. I don't really care so much if we have to throw out tomatoes, peppers, cabbage, stuff like that. But I hate to throw away beautiful flowers like the snapdragons, salvia, petunias, coleus, stuff like that. So we're actually having a big sale this weekend at the market. Almost like half off everything, just so we can get rid of everything and get out into the fields now, because this greenhouse season is about done. All right, so now we're heading into the high tunnel. Last time I was in here with you guys, these were just tiny little plants. Again, you can go back to my previous videos and see how these started out from when we were just tilling the dirt to when we were planting them to staking them to now how much they're growing. You can see, again, they're all getting really nice clusters of tomatoes on them. Some of them are almost like baseballs, and we're just really proud of this greenhouse. And if you like this one, wait till we go down to the lower greenhouse. That one's the best we've ever seen a high tunnel do. So right now what I'm doing is just like before, I'm gonna drip irrigate these underneath the plastic for about an hour and a half. We don't like to do much more than that during the day, just because you could wash the nutrients out if you water them too much. So we try to keep it right around an hour, hour and a half, something like that. So we're about to walk into the second high tunnel here, and just look at how amazing this looks. It's not as big, but I've never seen a high tunnel like this. The plants are pushing 4 foot tall. Maybe not quite. They're over 3 foot. They're between 3 and 4 foot. I mean, they're almost as high as the stakes. And the green on them is just, everything's beautiful. I can't say enough about them. The blossoms, there's a ton of blossoms coming onto them. We're gonna have a million tomatoes in here as long as we take good care of them. You can see these ones are starting to get little tomatoes on, right there. These ones aren't quite as big. I think because we put a lot of nutrients into the plant. Now the plant's about done growing. We gotta string them up probably one more time, and then all that food and all the water they get is gonna go right to the tomatoes, and hopefully we're gonna get some big, fat, red, juicy tomatoes. Nothing in farming is ever a guarantee. Something can always go wrong. You can always get a disease. You can always get some kind of bad storm. Anything could happen. But the nice thing about high tunnels is you can control the water, which is the big thing. And also, if we get a hailstorm and it's not too bad, it won't knock the greenhouse down. It won't hurt the tomatoes. We've had hailstorms come through and knock actually this greenhouse in particular down. We patched it back up. We fixed it back up. It's all good now. But that's the nice thing. Tomatoes are a big deal, especially in a high tunnel like this. They're up off the ground. They're not dirty. You can control the water. It's just so nice to have nice, big, beautiful tomatoes you can just pick right here instead of bending all the way down to the ground and picking them up off the dirty ground. So that's a big thing with high tunnel tomatoes. And some people think, oh, like we go to a lot of markets and deal with a lot of people and everybody's like, are these high tunnel tomatoes? And we're like, yes. And they're like, oh, well, I don't want them. They're getting that mixed up with tomatoes that are brought in on a tractor trailer that are sprayed with some kind of chemical, some kind of water. I don't know what's in the water they spray them with, but it makes them ripen faster. And what happens with that is it's not, the inside of the tomato is not actually ripening, and then you're getting a tomato with bad flavor. So in here, it's the same thing as growing outside. It's just we can control the water, we can control whether a bad storm hits them and destroys them like the hail. So high tunnels are just as good, if not better, as field tomatoes. So don't get that confused with any kind of store-bought commercial tomatoes. All right, so now we moved on to bagging corn. We already did 25 bags. It's me, Sammy, and Ben. Me and Sammy are the ones bagging it. Ben's weighing it. He's stacking them here in a line. I'm tying it, and then Ben and Sammy are loading them on the truck. Once this thing in the middle starts to bob back and forth, we know the bag's right around 50 pounds. We like to keep it right around 51 in case the scale's off a little bit, that way the customer gets an extra pound. Now he's got a little light, he's got to put some back in. Perfect, right there. We used to tie all of them by hand with binder twine, and last year we got this. It cuts our tying time in about half. All right, so he's got one more bag to throw up there and then we're done bagging corn. They're gonna haul them out to the market, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing. All right, so the next thing we're moving on to is cleaning out the straw mow. It's me, Ben, and Sammy. Sammy's over here stacking up all the good ones that's left. The straw mow we've been using for, I don't know, 50 or 100 years, but it hasn't been cleaned out to the bottom for the past at least 10 years, 15 years. So we wanna get this cleaned out because we're gonna soon be baling straw, and we don't wanna put new straw on top of old straw. So that's the whole reason for cleaning this out. Sammy just seen a mouse. Where is it? right, so we just got one load filled. We got about 60 bales there. Am I right? 60 bales that are good. You can see the nice floor now, kind of. We got this section left to do. It's probably another 60, 70 bales here. And Ben keeps sneezing because of all the dust. And you can see this wagon's full. We're gonna take it down, we're gonna unload it in the ditch. And then we're gonna come back up for another load. Come on, Ben.
Get my gloves on for this.
I'm gonna get down.
Are you coming, Sammy?
Should I?
Yeah, come on.
Think I can do it?
Yeah.
I'm scared. These big muckaroos of mine. I'm scared.
Sammy,
it's
it's not-
so far away.
It's not that big a deal.
I'm scared.
There's no reason to be scared.
That was far.
Now we're gonna
was
jump
far.
back.
Ben? Are you scared?
No.
I just covered you. I'm cringing for you right now.
Logan,
I'm fucking coming for the kill
don't
right now.
Please, Logan. Logan.
There's a snake.
Whoa!
Look at him. What kind of snake is that, Logan?
The northeastern rat snake. Hey, yo. Don't be coming this way, bruh.
Logan, they climb.
Yeah, he can come right over the wagon.
No.
Logan, come on. No, I'm not kidding.
Oh, he's coming in, Ben!
No, he ain't.
He stopped. Logan, go.
Get out of here.
Oh, oh, oh!
Look at him go.
Where'd he go?
Right here. Logan, he's definitely coming up here.
Where is it actually?
He's come up the wagon.
Is it coming up the wagon?
Yeah.
No,
No shit. Take the wagon.
Ben and Sammy are terrified right now of the snake.
Where's it at? Alright, I'm going home.
Ben's afraid to hop down on the wagon because he's scared of the snake.
Where'd it really go?
He went in the weeds over there. Alright, well that's it for today. We didn't finish cleaning out the straw mow. It's getting late. We're all tired and kind of itchy from the straw. So I'm gonna call it a wrap for this video. So remember, it ain't much, but it's honest work.